Ken Trahan for SportsNola.com. It's our First NBC Bank Weekend Review brought to you by First NBC Bank with 32 locations throughout the greater New Orleans area and beyond. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNola.com. Busy weekend, of course. The Final Four is set in men's basketball. The number one overall seed is there in Florida. They get UCONN, a Cinderella team that played fantastic in their win over Michigan State. Shabazz Napier, perhaps the best performer in the entire NCAA tournament thus far, has carried them, and they've looked great. Ironically, Florida's won, 30 straight, and their last loss was to UConn. That's right, at Connecticut earlier this year, 1-point game, last second loss, 65-64. So Connecticut has the maps to beat Florida, but the Gators are playing very well, so that should be a very good matchup, to say the least. Of course, on the other side of things, Kentucky, the other SEC team, is advanced. The all-freshman team playing to their ability now, even without a key player, and they will take on Wisconsin. So that's an 8-2. Wisconsin's always good. They always get into the round of 16 or round of 8, but here they are in the Final Four because they're better offensively than they are in previous years, or have been. And, of course, defensively, they're still nails, and they've played great, and they had a huge win over top seed Arizona to advance. Kentucky came back against Michigan. That's been their theme. They've come back against several teams in this tournament and played extremely well, and they have nothing to lose. So you've got the two SEC teams. You got the two Big 12 teams that are there, or Big 10 teams, I should say, that are in the Final Four. It should be interesting next weekend. Look forward to it from North Texas. Women's Sweet 16, LSU a loser to Louisville. Great season for Nikki Caldwell's Tigers, and they were down to 8 players. An injury certainly curtailed them, but it's certainly something to build on where the future is concerned. The Pelicans, coming off of a loss which snapped a 5-game win streak as they lost to San Antonio on the road Saturday night, are back home against Sacramento tonight. Anthony Davis still has the ankle problem. Don't know about when he'll return, and don't know if he should return, frankly, with the season winding down, but we'll see how it goes. And the Kings, of course, not a very good team, very beatable with or without Anthony Davis. We'll see if the Pelicans can get back on track and get that one done at the arena. In college baseball, it was a rough weekend for LSU. Losing all 3 games at Florida really hurts their ranking and puts them last in the SEC West. They simply don't hit enough to merit anything more than that, at least at this stage. And when they did hit on Sunday and scored 7 runs, they gave up 11. Tulane, of course, coming back from Marshall. UNO coming off of losses to a tough team that they played in Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Delgado lost 2 or 3 at Baton Rouge Community College. And with regard to high school baseball, lots on the horizon. Tonight we have a makeup game, and a big one at that. It's Brother Martin at Jesuit at 6 p.m. That's live on WGSO 990 AM, and that's from John Ryan Stadium in Metairie. 2 of the top 4 teams in the state hooking up. First of 2 meetings that they will have this year. You can listen to it live on WGSO 990 AM. And the First NBC Bank Prep Showcase continues live on Sports Nola Tuesday night. The rivalry renewed. Jesuit and Holy Cross from John Ryan Stadium. We'll have it live at Sports Nola. Tape delayed Wednesday night on WHNO Channel 20. And then on Friday night, our First NBC Prep Showcase will pit Holy Cross against Brother Martin, with the game to be shown live at SportsNola.com and the replay to be shown Saturday at WHNO Channel 20. So lots to like there as well. All quiet on the Saints front at this point, but stay tuned. That could change at any particular point in time. Always a work in progress. That's our First NBC Bank Weekend Review, brought to you by First NBC Bank with 32 locations throughout the greater New Orleans area and beyond. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNola.com. For Lenny Van Gilder, who returns later this week, I'm Ken Trahan. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week, and God bless.